Hello and welcome to Euractiv's EU Tweets of the Week. I'm Jack Parrock, filling in for Jennifer Baker this week. It's Ryanair flight forced down, cap reform's final round, and Shell legally bound. This episode is sponsored by Giga Europe. More about them later on. At the weekend, an actual passenger flight was taken out of the sky by Belarus authorities so they could arrest and charge a journalist who says stuff that they don't like. Breaking, the regime landed a Ryanair plane flying from Athens to Vilnius to arrest Belarusian journalist Roman Protasevich. He faces the death penalty, tweeted Franak Viachorka. Posting a picture of the insane flight path the plane took, Hanna Lubikova said it looked very suspicious. If this was the demand of the Belarusian regime to land in Minsk, then it should draw the attention of the international community, she said. And attention it did draw. The outrageous and illegal behaviour of the regime in Belarus will have consequences. Those responsible for the hijacking must be sanctioned, tweeted European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. The Beeb's Steve Rosenberg tweeted the divisions in the global reaction, though. EU, US, UK, NATO, shock, condemnation. Russia, shocked that the West calls it shocking. Ryanair's first statement on the matter got quickly amended, as per Liz Sly. Ryanair's nothing untoward being quickly changed to an act of aviation piracy. Alan Beattie gave them the benefit of the doubt. Probably just a style guide thing, he said. And in what was a stellar week for online flight path websites, Michael Birnbaum showed that Ryanair was, to start with at least, astoundingly still flying over Belarusian airspace. Hijack me once, shame on you. Hijack me twice, find another airline to fly with, said Sam Morgan. And LeChou suggested we'll all have to start paying a new Ryanair add-on fee. €10 to avoid being handed over to Belarusian authorities. What a bargain. Now, here's a tweet to put in the wish I'd never sent basket. European Transport Commissioner Adina Valian called it great news for families and friends of the people on board the Ryanair flight that had taken off from Minsk. Apart from Roman Protasevich and his girlfriend Sofia Sapega and their families, right? Commissioner for Happy Kidnappings, said Dennis Usul, calling her out. So moving on. It's the final cap down, tweeted MEP Thomas Waits, branding the discussions with a new term, the Jumbo Trilogue, aka negotiations between Member States, Commission and the European Parliament, which are taking place. The Berlimonts got it, in his Morgan Freeman voice. And so it happens every 4 or 5 years, in a dance as old as time, the EU puts on its elaborate and largely futile cap reform ceremony. Never doing that again. And Christoph Schmidt found the beauty in it all. Fantastic Rembrandt-esque picture by Reuters of today's Agri-Fish Council in Brussels. And Euractiv's own Natasha Foote tweeted this brilliant video saying an accurate representation of Euractiv's busy bees unpacking the cap reform negotiations on the live blog. This week we're supported by Giga Europe. To find out all about their work and events on connectivity, head over to their website gigaeurope.eu and make sure you're following them on Twitter. Finally, a Dutch court ruled that the oil giant Shell has a legal responsibility to cut greenhouse gases. The decision could have consequences for the rest of the fossil fuel industry, reported Eva Krakowska. The court understands that the consequences could be big for Shell, said a spokeswoman for the court. But the court believes that the consequences of severe climate change are more important than Shell's interests, reported John Schwarz. Delighted by the ruling, Dr. Genevieve Gunter said, "Oh my God, we actually might win this fight and survive." And Brian Kahn tweeted this Simpsons still of BP watching Exxon, Chevron and Shell. That's all for this episode. Jennifer will be back with you next week for more snarks and larks in the Brussels bubble. Ta-ra.